everyone, my name is Amor Avila Tubaon. Flevoland was founded in 1986 as a province in the heart of the Netherlands. Lelystad is the capital of the country's 12th province, which has a population of 400,000 people. People think that the Netherlands was created by God because of its huge earthworks, yet Holland was created by the Dutch. A crucial component of the latter is a narrow body of water along the historic shoreline that is retained at 3 meters below sea level to stabilize the water table and prevent coastal towns from losing their waterfront and access to the sea. As a result, the Flevo polder was transformed into an artificial island connected to the mainland by bridges. The municipalities on each of the 3 divisions decided to become a province shortly before it was established in 1986. Flevoland has remained one of the youngest of the Netherlands' 12 provinces since that time. Its revenue sources are still based on flower cultivation, farming, and tourism. It has recently constructed countless rows of wind turbines as a renewable energy source. Flevoland has a plethora of recreational opportunities. If you want to have fun or get an adrenaline rush, you can go to Oviedom or Walibi, Holland. If you are interested in history, you can go to Batavia Wharf shipyard and see the 17th century ships. They will tell you about the Dutch India Company's glory days. The new Land Earth God Museum, on the other hand, will explain how Flevoland came to be. Schokland, the Netherlands' first UNESCO property, is another must-see for history buffs. If you enjoy shopping, you should go to Batavia Stad, the Netherlands' largest fashion outlet. If you're a fan of architecture, you must pay a visit to Almere. If you wish to spend more than one day exploring Flevoland, there are a couple of fantastic nature reserves to visit, such as Nature Park Lelystad and Oostvaardersplassen. Batavia Land is a heritage park located on the coast of Lelystad that, in addition to a shipyard, also houses a museum with great support from the province of Flevoland. Next is Luchtvaart Museum Aviodrome. It's a large aerospace museum in the Netherlands that has been located on Lelystad Airport since 2003. Flevoland is the Netherlands' largest flower region. It has the greatest number and the size of flower fields. They've been offering an 80-kilometer route to drive with your rental car for a few years now. Field and flower festivals can be found in the direction of Emmeloord and Dronten. Friesland, the province of Netherlands. The province of Friesland in Netherlands is a distinct region of the country because of its residents speak their own language, which is Frisian. The province is primarily an agricultural region and is home for the Frisian cattle and the Black Frisian horse. Aside from agriculture, tourism is important to the province's economy. History of Friesland. Friesland, historically known as Frisia, is a Dutch province located in the country's northwestern region. The Frisian culture first appeared around 400 BC. The Romans occupied this territory in 12 BC, but the Frisian king Rydbad is a significant figure in the province's history. Following the province's incorporation into the Frankish Empire, the area was divided into 3 sections. The westernmost portion is known as Holland Country. Friesland may not have a long, turbulent history like other Dutch provinces, but its people still adhere to a traditional way of life. They are proud of their heritage and language. What to see and do in the province of Friesland. It is not the only thing that distinguishes the province. Leeuwarden, the provincial capital, is one of the Holland's best-kept secrets with its canals, monuments, and shopping streets. The Wadden are the one-of-a-kind natural landscape that is completely transformed by the high and low tides. You should also pay a visit to the picturesque 11 cities or take a ferry to a Wadden Island. The province of Friesland was ranked 3rd on the Lonely Planets list of Europe's hidden gems for good reason. Friesland's most popular destinations include Leeuwarden, Sneek, Heerenveen. First is Staveren. Staveren, Friesland's oldest city, is located in the IJsselmeer and is a lovely place to spend a day or two. While the small city's life revolves primarily around its picturesque harbor and waterfront, there is some lovely architecture to be found farther inland, along its numerous canals and waterways. Second, Workum. Workum is best known for having a fantastic museum dedicated to the life and work of the artist Zupi Huysman.
I am Marisol La Peña and I am going to discuss with you the province of Gelderland and Limburg. Now let us first discuss the Gelderlands. The Netherlands Gelderland province dates back to the Holy Roman Empire. It gets its name from the neighboring German town of Geldern, which is famed for its legendary dragon. Gelderland is one of the country's biggest provinces, yet it is also one of the least inhabited. There are various natural park reserves and woodlands in the area. History. Gelderland, commonly known as Gelders, is a province or province in the Netherlands' eastern and central regions. The history of the province dates back to the 11th century when the Countship of Gilray or Geldern was created around castles between Roermond and Geldern, now in Germany. The Count of Gilray inherited the Betuwe and Veluwe areas as well as the Countship of Zutphen by marriage. During the next centuries, the Count's external policies was defined by the geographical position. They were loyal to the interest of the Holy Roman Empire and to the expansion south and west. The countship was elevated to a duchy in 1339 by the German monarch Louis the Bavarian. Following the conquest of the imperial city of Nijmegen in the 13th century, the duchy revolted alongside the rest of the Netherlands against Philip II of Spain and became a member of the Union of Utrecht in 1579. Gelderland became a province of the Kingdom of the Netherlands in 1815 after being a member of the Batavian Republic, Louis Bonaparte's Kingdom of Holland, and French Empire. What to see and do? Arnhem, the capital city of Gelderland, is a major tourist attraction and the location of a historic World War II battle in 1944. The city center was devastated as a result of the battle. Restoration work on historical sites continues to this day. And now let us discuss the Limburg. Limburg. The province of Limburg is located in the Netherlands' southernmost section. The province's name is taken from the castle town of Limburg, which is now located in the Belgian province of Lich. It has borders with both Germany and Belgium, with the province of Gelderland and North Brabant to the north. History. In the southern part of Limburg, traces of Neanderthal camps have been discovered. Because of its strategic location, Limburg has been a hotbed of strife throughout history. During medieval times, the area was the seat of the Duchy of Limburg. At one time or another, the territory was dominated by the Spanish, Prussians, Romans, Habsburg-Austrians, and French. Limburg was a medieval Low Country territory that arose from a split of Duchy of Lower Lorraine in the second half of 11th century, resulting in a slew of tiny states. Limburg was the name given to the region along the Meuse River, whereas Brabant was given to the considerably larger province in the west. Limburg was unified with Brabant, but its institution and law remained distinct. Under Philip III, Duke of Burgundy, the Duchy of Limburg was unified with the rest of the Netherlands in 1430. Limburg came to the Habsburg in 1482 as part of the Burgundian inheritance. Limburg was divided into of the Peace of Westphalia in 1648, with Spain ceding the northern portion of the United Provinces of the Netherlands. Limburg was divided into two departments under the French occupation, Earth and Meuse Inferior. Limburg was ultimately incorporated in the Netherlands in 1866. Limburg residents speak their own dialect known as Limburgers. The varieties of the language are many, with practically every town in the province having its own distinct dialect. Residents in this region, on the other hand, speak Dutch as well as English and German. What to see and do? Maastricht, the province capital, is a must-see for history buffs. There are many old mansions, cathedrals, and cobblestone streets throughout the city. There are claims that Maastricht is the country's oldest city, but some argue that Nijmegen is the oldest. Belgium is within walking distance of the capital city, while Germany is only a short bike riding away in the city. Also has superb food. The city is also a food option and a plethora of shopping opportunity. Another thing to keep in mind is that Limburg is famed for its regional beers, with its area having its own distinct brew. The province's significant castles and famous parks are Hansbroek, Arsen, Valkenburg, Eisden, the Mainweg National Park, Erinsten Castle, and Gaia Park Zoo.
Goedendag, ik ben Gloria John. Utrecht Province, Netherlands. Utrecht Provincie, Central Netherlands, the country's smallest, with an area of 514 square miles, or 1,331 square km. It extends southward from the narrow Lake M, which separates Utrecht Provincie from the South Flevoland polder of Flevoland Province. Utrecht Provincie lies between the provinces of North Holland and Zuid-Holland west and Gelderland east. Utrecht is the lively, beating heart of Holland. It was built around the Dome Tower, which you can see from any point in the city, so there's no way you can get lost in the attractive Corpus City center. Utrecht boasts beautiful canals with extraordinary wharf cellars, housing cafes, and terraces by the water. As well as the Dome Tower, Utrecht boasts hundreds of other monuments that each contribute to the special atmosphere in the centuries-old university town. When you visit Utrecht, you also have to visit the Dome Tower. The highest and the oldest church tower in Holland is Utrecht's main landmark. The Dome Tower was built between 1321 and 1382 and is 112 meters high. Even if you can't see it, you are still likely to hear one of its 13 bells that weigh between 880 and 18,000 pounds. Utrecht, where the fortresses of Rome, Prussia, and France were one after one another, became a diocese in 696 when King Pippin II of France gave permission to set up a headquarters in St. Willibord. Willibord became the Archbishop of the Prussians and converted most of what is now northern Holland from Utrecht to Christianity. Utrecht was founded in 1122 and had a city council as early as 1304. Utrecht's greatest prosperity was in 11th and 12th centuries, but it remained the most powerful and important city in northern Holland throughout the Middle Ages. It became the capital of a powerful principality and a cultural, commercial, and industrial center, mainly cloth weaving, until it was overtaken by Amsterdam, 42 kilometers northwest, in the 15th century. South Holland is the most populous province in the Netherlands, with a population of about 3.7 million people as of October 2021 and a population density of over 1,373 per square kilometer, making it the country's most densely inhabited area. South Holland, located on the North Sea in the west of the Netherlands, spans 3,307 square kilometers, with 607 square kilometers of water. It is bordered to the north by North Holland, to the east by Utrecht and Gelderland, and to the south by North Brabant and Zeeland. The Hague, the Dutch seat of government, is the provincial capital, whereas Rotterdam is the major city. The Rijnmuzee Scheldt Delta drains through South Holland in the North Sea. Europe's busiest seaport, the Port of Rotterdam, is located in the South Holland. The beach and the dunes along the coast are mostly used for recreational, resort, and residential purposes. The old cities of Leiden, Delft, and The Hague, the latter being the province's capital and seat, are located on the lee side of the dunes. South Holland is a state that offers visitors something new every day, from strolling in famous historic cities such as Delft and Leiden to becoming part of a vibrant life in cities such as Rotterdam, The Hague, or how about biking or kite surfing? The ball fields on one of the many beaches. Whatever your vacation plans, these popular cities are a good starting point for exploring South Holland. Rotterdam is a city with many faces, including a rugged port city, a trendy city and with a nightlife, a sophisticated shopping district, and a trendy artist district. Rotterdam is a Dutch architectural city that inspires innovation above all else. The skyline is constantly changing. There's a lot to do in the skyscrapers of Rotterdam. In and around the city center, you can shop, eat out, and visit various museums and attractions. The Hague is the only major city with beaches directly on the North Sea coast. The city has many monuments, chic hotels, and a political center. The Dutch government is headed by historic Binnenhof, and the official palace of the king is in Noordend. You can visit beautiful museums and enjoy luxury shopping. You can enjoy the sun, sandy beaches, and the sea in just 20 minutes by tram from the city center to Scheveningen and Keidoen.
Good day, I'm Arjun Famini Igay, and I will discuss the Zeeland and Noord-Brabant province. So let's start with Zeeland. Zeeland is the westernmost province in the Netherlands, located around 150 km from Amsterdam. Zeeland consists of a complex system of islands, peninsulas, and waterways. The province lies in the large river delta at the mouth of several rivers. Zeeland is one of the main agricultural provinces in the Netherlands. With one of the largest arable farmland, the area supports cereals, potatoes, beets, cattle, and horticulture. History. The Counts of Flanders and Holland fought over Zeeland until the latter seized it in 1323. Under Stadtholder William III, it was finally incorporated into the United Provinces. Its name, which means Sealand, and its heraldic symbol, Lukter et Emergo, which means I battle and emerge. Both reflect a constant struggles against the water throughout its history. Zeeland's shoreline has evolved over time as islands have been extended by alluvial deposition, linked and protected by dikes, or wiped away by floods. The catastrophic flood of February 1, 1953, which killed over 1,800 people, wreaked havoc in the province. As a result, the Dutch government began work on the Delta Project, an elaborate system of dikes, canals, dams, and bridges to hold back the North Sea. Since sea level rise is a key indicator of climate change, the province is dedicated in accurately monitoring the changing height of the sea surface over decades. It's essential for climate science, for policy making, and ultimately for protecting the lives of those in low-lying regions at risk. The following are popular or great places to visit in Zeeland. Rinnes has developed itself as a true beach resort. It has become a famous holiday destination because of its terraces, shops, and nightlife. It is a tourist village for family holidays. Dumburg is at the Walchers coast and has a long history as a seaside resort, but also as an artist colony. Dumburg is the ideal base for a relaxing vacation. Noord-Brabant is one of the Netherlands' southernmost provinces, bordering not only Belgium, but also Gelderland, Limburg, Zeeland, and Zuid-Holland. The province was once the Duchy of Brabant, was a state of the Holy Roman Empire established in 1183 or 1190. It formed the heart of the historic Low Countries, part of the Burgundian Netherlands from 1430 and of the Habsburg Netherlands until 1482. After the War of Independence, Catholics in the southern Netherlands were systematically and officially discriminated against by the northern Protestant government. Until the 17th century, the area that now makes up the province of North Brabant was mostly part of the Duchy of Brabant, of which the southern part is now in Belgium. Brabantstad has become one of the major economically important metropolitan regions of the Netherlands. A cultural divide is still found between the Catholic South and the Protestant North. As of 2010, Catholics were no longer a majority of the population in the province of North Brabant. The province has a well-economic status. Employment is found in agricultural and food processing corporations such as Agrifirm, Bavaria, Friesland Campina, Mars Incorporated, Nutrico, and Royal Canin all have substantial manufacturing facilities or headquarters in the province. Sweet corn, wheat, and sugar beet are the principal agricultural crops, while cattle and pigs are kept as livestock. When it comes to the painter Vincent van Gogh, North Brabant is the province to visit. Vincent van Gogh was born in North Brabant, the Netherlands, at a time when the country did not yet resemble today. Aside from museums, North Brabant has some of the most beautiful scenery in the Netherlands. Whether you want to explore nature in North Brabant or visit the lovely cities and villages, this Dutch province has a lot to offer. This province of the Netherlands has a Burgundian spirit and will entice you to return since there is so much to see and do in North Brabant.
Good day, I am Mariel J. de Vera and I am here to talk about Groningen and Overijssel. Groningen is the biggest city in the Netherlands' northwestern district for the number of its inhabitants, island areas, and the populous thickness. It was joined with the regions of Ten Boer and Haren on January 1, 2019. The Groningen-Assen metropolitan area has a populace of around 500,000 individuals. Groningen is a college town with understudies representing about a fourth of the populace. It also has been around for just about 950 years. Surrounding it was a semi-free express city, individual from Hanseatic League, and the all-encompassing provincial power in the north of the Netherlands. There is no known origin or meaning for the word Groningen, but exiles from Troy established a town in what is known Groningen around 453 BC, commanded by a mythological person known as Gruno or Grunui, Grins or Grunus, and erected a castle known as Gruneborg on the Hunzes bank, which was subsequently destroyed by the Vikings. Its history: the city was found out at the northernmost trait of the Hunsberg locale. In the 13th century, Groningen was an immense exchange neighborhood, and its occupant gathered a city divider to underline its power. In 1536, Groningen saw Emperor Charles V, the King of Spain, and the Habsburgs top of the other Netherlands as its ruler, henceforth completing the area's independence. The city was trapped in the siege of Groningen, 1594, by the Dutch and English powers, drove by Maurice of Nassau. After the assault, the city and the space joined the Dutch Republic. Groningen has a climate of an oceanic fragile climate, like how much the Netherlands, yet hardly colder in the winter than other essential metropolitan associations in the Netherlands, thinking about the northeasterly position. Summers are fairly warm and clammy, while winters are cool, on normal above freezing, regardless of anything how frosts or normal during spells of easterly breezes. Museums. Groningen is home to the Groninger Museum. Its new construction, arranged by Alessandro Mendini in 1994, resonates the Italian post-current thoughts and is amazing for its forefront and splendid style. The theater and music. Groningen has a city theater called the Stadshuisburg. I honestly don't know how to express it. And very many more that is very difficult to speak. Anyways, their nightlife, Groningen's nightlife relies overall on its understudy individual. Its social scene is viewed as enthusiastic and baffling for a city of its size. Lastly, Groningen is known as the World Cycling City. While their transport, around 57% of its occupants utilize a bike for ordinary drive inside the city. In 2000, Groningen was picked as the Fietsstad 2002, the top cycling city in the Netherlands for 2002. Like most Dutch metropolitan locals, Groningen is made to oblige countless cyclists. A far-reaching relationship of bicycle ways were intended to make it stronger to cycle to different protests as opposed to a taking vehicle. Overijssel. The province has more than 1.16 million inhabitants spread over two areas, which is West Overijssel and Twente. Overijssel has 25 municipalities, and its capital is Zwolle. The municipalities of Zwolle, Deventer, and Enschede have more than 90,000 inhabitants. Together, the municipalities of Zwolle, Deventer, Enschede, Hengelo, and Almelo have 543,446 inhabitants.
So good morning everyone, I am Ayar Kaibalyar. So today I will be tackle about the one province of Netherlands, which is the Noord-Holland. So Noord-Holland is a province in the northwest of the Netherlands, located on the North Sea coast. It had a population of 2,877,090 in 2018 and an area of 4,092,000 square meters. So, the history of Noord-Holland. The Haarlemmer of West-Friesland is a region of Netherlands that was part of the province of Holland in the early 19th century. The province's largest city, as well as the largest city of Netherlands, is Amsterdam, which has a population of 862,965 as of November 2019. Arthur van Dyck, the King's Commissioner for North Holland, has been in office since 2019. The current province of Netherlands has its regions in the period of French rule from 1795 to 1813. This was a period of perplexing changes to the Dutch province. The old order was overthrown since 1795 and the Batavian Republic was established. Holland was divided into 5 departments: Texel, Amstel, Delft, Geldermalsen, and Rijnmond. So now I'll be tackle about the one province of the Netherlands, which is Drenthe. So Drenthe is a province of the Netherlands located in the northeastern part of the country. Drenthe has been populated for 15,000 years. So, the capital of the seat provincial government is Assen. The King Commissioner of Drenthe is Jetta Klensma. The Labour Party is the largest party in the state's provincial, followed by the People's Party for Freedom and Democracy and the Christian Democratic Appeal. Drenthe is sparsely populated rural area, unlike many other parts of the Netherlands. So, the history of Drenthe. The name Drenthe is said to be derived from Trijahandra, which means 3 countries. Drenthe has been inhabited by humans since prehistoric times. One of the 54 dolmens in the Netherlands, 53 are located in Drenthe, which is concentrated in the northeastern part of the state. So now we're moving on into the language of the Drenthe. More than half of Drenthe's population speaks the Drenthe dialect. Each town or village has its own version. All version belongs to the Lower Saxon language group. Dutch Low Saxon is officially recognized as a regional language by the Dutch government and is protected by the European Charter for Regional Languages or the European Charter for Regional Languages.